Hello, and welcome to Year the Machine. This week we watched Five Nights at Freddy's. Why are you smiling at me? I didn't screw anything up.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting.
It's
gonna happen.
Let's get to the plot.
The plot for not even the most part, like a big chunk of the plot is just the plot of the game. The main character, Mike, gets a job as a night security guard at the defunct Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and has to survive 5 nights.
Is him trying to keep custody of his sister just a movie thing, or is that actually canon to the games
I was actually going to point out they did add the plot point of the main character having a sister that he's trying to keep from his aunt from getting custody of, and also had a younger brother who was kidnapped and murdered, and he's also trying to figure that whole situation out, and actually asks the ghost kids that are possessing the animatronics for help.
If we're being more
But
accurate,
obviously ghost children can't be trusted.
all of that was correct, but if we are being a little more accurate, his brother was kidnapped and never seen again. Presumably dead.
The killer literally says that he killed him. He's dead.
Okay, yes, that's... So it's a really straightforward plot, and if you've played the game, you really know exactly what's going to happen, so...
Well, except for half the plot points in the movie. Everything other than being at the pizzeria and the ghost robots, that you know what's going to happen. Everything else you're probably going to be a little lost on because it has nothing to do with the games.
Well, luckily for me, I've never played any of the games.
They also added the plot points of
Wendy? Vanessa. My God.
Vanessa. Yeah, because Vanessa.
Why did I say Wendy?
Vanessa, I think is. Well, actually, no. I think she's appeared in a couple of the VR in the one or two of the VR games, kind of.
But didn't she originate from the weird '80s rock band game version?
That's not even in the '80s.
Well, it's like based on the '80s, like all the neon.
Yeah, the glam rocks are based on the '80s, but I think it's set even past where we are now in like the real world.
Yeah, it's like modern times. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, she's from Security Breach.
Thank you. That's. I should have just asked what the name of the game was. Anyways, well,
I know more about this franchise than I probably should, considering I've never played a second of any of the games.
Oh, cool. So we're both on that page. We've just watched and read a lot of lore. So what about that acting?
I actually didn't recognize any of the actors other than Mike and William, who are played by Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
I don't think I recognized anybody else in the movie though.
Matthew Lillard.
Or if I did, if I ever have seen anyone else in anything else, I can't identify them immediately.
No, I didn't.
But I know Josh Hutcherson, I think, was in a good amount of movies when we were growing up.
Matthew Lillard's the only one I really recognized. But...
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was decent. I thought they did good.
Sorry, I was talking about the acting for a bit, so I wanted you to actually keep going with the idea.
It was... I don't know. I didn't think there was any bad acting, to be honest.
I didn't think there was any bad acting, but I didn't like several of the characters.
What do you mean?
Like, I didn't like a lot of the... Like, their aunt. I didn't like their aunt. She's mean.
Oh, yeah, she's a terrible person.
Actually, a lot of the characters in this movie seem to be terrible people, which makes me thankful that they're movie-only characters. Sound and music.
Had a lot of mechanical sounds, for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, obviously. None of the music really stood out to me for the most part.
I don't think I recognized any, like, actual songs. I did like the parts when the animatronics were, doing their songs and singing. Thought that was fun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did. That's not how I would have expected, the kind of music I would have expected them to play in the pizzeria, but...
Clearly you've never been to Circus Pizza before.
Why? Did they also play contemporary rock?
That or else, like, some goofy, country-ish, like, bluegrass sounding stuff.
And that's what I was more thinking.
But on occasion, they did do, like, this,
But no, I'm familiar with all of these
almost.
I'm familiar with with the whole animatronic thing. I've seen plenty of movies and TV shows that feature stuff like that, but I've never actually gone to one of these restaurants myself.
I loved it as a kid, and I really miss Circus Pizza. Oh, one of the other things was like a rockabilly sounding thing.
Oh, though I have seen animatronics in the wild, as it were, in real life, because the theme park at Mall of America, when it was Camp Snoopy, had animatronics in several of its rides.
God, hopefully it wasn't one of the really old ones where the faces are starting to melt because latex doesn't last forever.
Man, I miss Camp Snoopy. Cinematography.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's not like... It didn't really feel normal. It definitely had a lot of, horror tinge to it, but it kind of was doing its own thing, which... From perspective, it was...
Well, the movie deals with dreams and quote-unquote dream theory, so...
Yeah, and the in pizzeria parts really did, mirror the games pretty well.
Yeah, and I really like the kind of atmosphere they built up when he's actually in the freaking pizzeria.
Yeah. It was spooky.
And I appreciated... that you never really get, super complete shots of the animatronics when they're actually being evil and crap.
No.
You get shots of them when they're just pretending to just be robots or when they're hanging out with them midway through the movie and trying to be friends, but when they're actually killing people, it's never on full display, which I appreciate. The gore in general is never on full display. There's a decent amount of blood, but... And you see one of the characters get bit in half, you see her shadow. But yeah, it has a PG-13 rating, so obviously they had to work around that. But I actually like how it was done.
Yeah, they did it pretty decently. They did show the bodies in one part. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, but most of the the one who got bit in half, her lower half part was covered.
Yeah. Which makes sense, but...
And the other guys mostly just had damage to their faces, which wasn't all that traumatic.
I guess we can segue into it, though. What about the special effects?
I really like the special effects. Oh, the special effects were actually done by Jim Henson's company.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I liked the eyes. God, there was a weirdly large amount of, emotion to the eyes.
Well, yeah, they're robots. They can't actually emote on their own, so they gotta have Jim Henson's Creature Shop. Yeah, that's who did that's who made the animatronics, and they are the fully built animatronics, but they're not full robots. They're more like puppets.
Yeah,
and that's part of why they didn't show them fully moving around a lot, because their limbs were being puppeted off screen.
I was about to say, you just showed me a video earlier where they're actually moving them on the full-size ones, and
yeah,
you had 3 or 4 people just moving the legs and stuff. That's actually really neat. That they more just did a lot of practical stuff and green screen.
Yeah, we've said this a lot, but we really enjoy when they use practical effects and things. I like that they actually built these 7-8 foot tall robots and actually made them fully movable puppets.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I think some people were worried that they were gonna CG it and make it kind of unnecessary, but making them the full size puppets also kind of helped with the stiffness that you would expect from real world animatronics,
which
because
works.
Because as anyone knows, those things do not move very well.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was actually really decent.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and
it's cool that they're on Peacock.
Yeah, we should watch the second movie sometime.
So, do you think the aunt is still sleeping in the living room?
Oh no, she's dead.